Hey guys, Alexandra Lysick here with My Sunshine Adventures. I am super excited. We have a brand new spotlight of the month for our business, and this month we have something very exciting but probably not thought about a lot. So, you guys, we're going to be meeting today with Kathleen Saran. She is a representative at Dignity Memorial, which represents in Wilmington Green Line Memorial Park and Oleander Memorial Gardens. It's off Shipyard Boulevard. And today we're going to take you through the process of meeting with Kathleen and planning that end of day. So if you know of any friends or family or anyone in the industry that might need these services, please feel free to share. And we're so excited to bring it to you. You ready? Let's get set and go. Hey, Kathleen.
Hey, Alexandra.
So I'm super excited to have you today. I'm ready to get started on what we would go through if you decide if I was ready to plan my burial. Okay. And so there's a lot that goes into that. I've been walking around and looking at some cool stuff. So I really kind of want you to just walk us through that process and show us what would happen to whether you're planning it at a young age or an old age. Mm-hmm. And then we'll kind of finish off with some other questions. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right, so we're walking into the family room. I'm going to follow you.
Okay. When you first come in,
okay.
When we have an appointment, I bring you into the family room.
Okay.
And this is it.
Cool. It's so nice and very comforting.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, the chairs are really comfy, so it's a nice place to wait.
It is, because sometimes you do have to wait.
Yeah. You don't want to rush these kind of things, obviously.
No.
So what are these on the wall?
These are samples of memorial markers.
Okay.
Otherwise known as your headstone. They're not headstones because we use flat bronze here.
Okay.
There are a few upright memorials, but for the most part, the cemeteries do use. We call them parks, and we use the flat bronze memorials.
Cool. Okay. So this would be a piece of what you would do when you're here. Mm-hmm. Is this something you pick first or you pick last?
Actually, it can be last.
Okay.
Some people like to do it all together and have it just so that they know, number one, what they're getting, and number two, it's already done.
Awesome. Okay, so what would our next step be? Obviously, we talk about, what kind of burial you want, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, we'd go into one of the family rooms.
Okay.
And sit down, and we just have a conversation.
Cool. Okay.
About, what you're thinking. Now, I meet people two different ways. One is called a pre-need. When you come in, you're healthy, everything's good. You're thinking, well, I don't want to burden my children or other family members with this. I want to lock in today's prices. I don't want to have to let anybody else have to do this.
Yeah.
This is my gig. It's my life. I want to have the last say, and you can do that all by pre-planning. The other way I meet.
Can I stop you there and ask a question? So my question is, you said lock-in prices. So prices apparently vary as
they actually usually double some aspects of the merchandise and things that you need double every 7 to 10 years.
Oh wow.
So if you do decide to pre-plan, everything is locked in at today's prices. Plus we do all in-house financing. It's very simple, 10% down, and you can make payments for up to 60 months.
Cool. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So we've gotten through that.
Now, if it's an at-need, say someone has just passed, you need to come in. Either they've made pre-arrangements, and so we go get the file and look at what else they need, or you start from scratch.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which is very, very hard, and that includes picking out a burial space, out a burial container, also known as a vault, and
I learned about these today, guys.
and then there's an open and close fee, which that is preparing the grave for the burial.
So something I think is really cool, and we'll go through each of those steps first, is the vault. Mm-hmm. So the vault, you explained to me, I thought this was the casket. I was like, wow, look at this pretty casket. So my Nana passed away a few years ago, and she would have liked this pink one with all the roses on it. So it made me, ladies do. But I mean, you can see that they have a military one. This one looks like it's a fishing or kind of outdoorsy one maybe. And then we've got variety of his and hers. So the vault is what the casket goes into, correct?
Underground.
Okay, and that is for two reasons.
Mm-hmm. It helps maintain the integrity of not only the remains, but also the integrity of the earth.
Perfect.
So
okay.
Like in older cemeteries, a lot of times you'll see where they're caved in, or the memorial markers, leaning and things like that. That's just because the earth is settling and it's filling in.
Okay, awesome. So then we pick out the vault, and then the next step is the casket. Is that right?
I do not have anything to do with the caskets. That's done actually at the funeral home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the funeral home works at everything you need for the viewing, including the casket,
Oh,
preparing the body, all the wonderful things that they do for the family to
Awesome.
receive visitors and things
Wonderful.
like that.
Okay.
The funeral home also is the one that brings the deceased to the cemetery. I take care of the property, the burial sites, the vaults, the memorial markers like we just talked about, and then, like I said, the opening and closing, which is a fee for preparing the burial site as well as finishing it up and after the burial.
Wow. I never knew that. That is so cool. I mean, it's not cool, but it's just very interesting.
It's just not something you know about.
No. So you really, I mean, so honestly, your end of life burial is really important.
It is.
I mean, something that you want to start on, not put that burden on your families.
Absolutely.
I've sold life insurance before, and we always say, have that prepared because it's so nice to have. If it's not picked out, at least the money for it.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
So we talked a little bit about if you want to be cremated,
Okay.
and so that I think that was our next step is to look at that site, and then I think the other one I'll talk about is the water burial, which I'm sure on the coast is a big one. So
Yes.
this is going to be our urn vaults.
Yes. So this is one of them. It's absolutely beautiful. You can have lovely pictures put on the front. This is just this is your regular one down here.
Okay.
But you
I like
can
the
get
pretty
as
one.
elaborate as the beachy one.
Yeah.
And your urn actually fits inside. Then
Okay,
it's
so you
closed
can
and
see
sealed
that.
and then buried.
Buried. But if you don't want to bury it, there is something that we do called a water burial. And that was really interesting to me because we have our surfers and our fishermen and those guys. And so that you actually have an urn that allows them to do that, right?
Yeah, this is just
So-
one sample. Right up here. It's absolutely lovely. I don't want to touch it because it is biodegradable.
Yes, absolutely.
And what happens is you find a sea captain that will take you 3 miles out, and you actually just release the cylinder with the cremains in it out into the ocean. It slowly sinks, and then it starts to biodegrade.
Wonderful. That is so interesting. It's great that
And
you guys
peaceful.
have thought about that.
Yeah.
Have that prepared for those because everyone has a different way of
has
going.
it.
I have a weird one. I'm not gonna tell you guys, but it's weird.
I
Kathleen,
think it's wonderful.
Kathleen laughed at me, but if you know me, you probably know what it
No,
is.
I know it. It's perfect. It's
So,
perfect.
so I think we've gone through this. We're gonna what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna kind of sit down and have some final questions, and then we'll say goodbye. All right. Okay, so I know we have a few more services that we haven't talked about yet. So I figured we take a few minutes and just kind of go over some things that I think are really important that most people don't think about at the end of their burial decisions. So I know you have at least 4 services.
Respect and honor our vets, and this is the Veterans Personal Planning Guide, and this helps them along because they have a lot of things that they are due that they may not know about. Also, vets see so many that's not necessarily true, so we help them through that, and this is a free service that we offer them.
Awesome.
Also, a personal planning guide. This is everything you need to plan your funeral, from what you need for the vital statistics to what kind of a service you want, how you want to be remembered, to friends that you have still from elementary school that you want to have notified of your passing. That's under people to contact. And also, we do work a lot on referrals. So,
Awesome.
if you've had a good experience with us, or if you know anybody that could use our services, I'd be more than happy to speak with them.
Wonderful. Okay.
Beautiful floral plan. 4 times a year, a beautiful silk bouquet gets put out on the gravesite. You get a picture taken of it and sent to you. It's $130 for your, that's usually what people pay for the flat bronze gravesite memorial. It's $130 plus tax, and it's great, especially if you can't make it into town all the time or if you live out of town.
Okay.
And last but not least is our transportation relocation protection plan.
Which people don't think about.
Right. Say you have to be 75 or more miles away from home. With one phone call, the whole process is started to bring you home. It's $499 for a lifetime of travel, and you only get to use it once.
Okay. You only have to use it once.
Yeah, right.
And you have to be 75 miles from your home, correct? Or more?
Or more.
Okay.
And it's $499 for a lifetime of travel.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We've really, really appreciated this opportunity to see something that most people don't get to see, you know what I mean, unless they have to. So I found this very interesting. I hope other people will, have been thinking about this and maybe need a little push start to, their
Just start the
decision making.
conversation.
Start the conversation.
Start the conversation.
How can they reach you, Kathleen?
You can reach me here at the office, 910-799-1686. I'm here Monday through Friday, often on Saturdays. You can set up an appointment, or you can reach me on my cell phone, 910-547-6493. I know, how often do we call ourselves, right? But that's really good if people have questions after hours or whatever.
Awesome.
Not crazy after hours, but after hours. And I just love talking to people about it and getting them to at least start thinking about it, because I'm very passionate about it. It's just so important that people don't wait until the last minute.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.